Dear children, we are going to study a new lesson of science, that is the sound. That is the lesson number 15, sound. Light energy, heat energy and sound energy. We call it as energy because it creates vibration, as well as the sound energy, that is it helps the particles to move. So any of the form of energy which is performing the work. Okay, sound also is performing the work of movement. It creates a vibration around, and because of this vibration we could hear, we could perceive the sound. Our sense organ, that is the ear, which could perceive the sound which is present around, but that sound is having some quality either high or either low. We perceive the sound because it is traveling from some medium and entering inside our ear. Our ear is also a medium to perceive the sound. Okay, so that you are going to study the next year, how the sound waves travel into your ears and how your ears work. But first, let's know what sound is. As we know, sound is a form of energy. Energy, why we call it as? Because it is doing work. Okay, and which is having the capacity to do some work. So what work the sound is doing? It creates a vibration. Wherever the sound is produced, the vibration is produced around it. Either the vibration is produced into that substance, or either the vibration is produced into the air. Okay, so sound is a form of energy. And why we call it as energy? Because it is performing some work. Okay, so let's study the sound, how the sound is produced. That we are going to study through a tuning fork. You could see a fork. Okay, tuning fork which is having a handle. Okay, that is, it is having a stem, we call it as the stem, which can be hold in your hand, and then it is having two U shape, or either it can be the V shape structure. Okay, that we call it as prongs. Okay, this tuning fork helps us to study about the vibration into the atmosphere, into the air. So this experiment is done in physics about the tuning fork. When a tuning fork is stuck, okay, or either it is heated somewhere, then what happens here? Its prongs starts vibrating. You could see the vibration. Okay, it keeps on vibrating till it is having that energy, what force you have applied to it, and it keeps on vibrating. As it is vibrating, it is giving out that vibration into the atmosphere, into the air which is present around. And because of this tuning fork, we could study about the vibration which is produced into the air. So it is helping us to understand about the sound, the vibration produced because of the sound. How sound, when I am talking about, when I am speaking out, the sound which I am producing from my throat, it comes out to my mouth, and then you perceive it. Your ears can hear me, correct? You can listen me, you can hear me, but there is a medium in between my sound, my mouth and your ears. What is that medium? There is an air column. Okay, a column of air is there in between my sound and your ears. And what I am doing when I am speaking out the words, I am creating a vibration into the atmosphere, into that volume of air, into that column of air. As I keep on speaking one word, I am exerting a pressure on that molecules of air. So let's study further the production of sound, how sound is produced. As you know, sound is produced because of vibration. You could see here, when the tuning fork is stuck, okay, it creates a vibration, and you could see these are the molecules which are there in the air. As if you know, our air is not steady. All molecules are of gases molecules, and gas is having more energy, so they are continuously moving. We are trapped, we are packed in that air around us, in all these molecules which are there around us, that is the atmospheric pressure or the air molecule. And when I want to speak out what I am doing, and you want to hear me, what we are doing, I am creating a pressure on the molecules, and these molecules which are there in between your ears and in between my sound, these molecules helps my sound to reach to you. Are you getting that? Correct. These molecules which are there in between my sound, that is my mouth and your ears, that air, that air is helping me as well as helping you to pursue whatever I am saying. Okay, so this, you could see the air columns, air molecules are moving into the columns, and when I speak out, one air column pushes the other. As it pushes, suppose these are two molecules, as it pushes the another one, that time what happens here, two molecules are in close contact, so there becomes a crowd. Correct, it becomes a compression there. So here you could see the air molecules are under the pressure of whom? Are under the pressure of sound. As you stop the sound, what will happen? They will keep on moving as per their energy. But here now what sound is doing? See, they are pushing these air columns, air molecule in the columns, and helps us to perceive the sound. So whenever this air is being pushed by the sound, that time you could see there is one patch is having crowd, no, that is, it is compressed, and other patch is rare. Compressed means the molecules are coming close to each other as they take out the sound from one place to another. They themselves don't move, but what they are doing, they are pushing. Because of the sound which we are giving out, there is a pressure on the air, and this pressure helps the sound to travel, sound to propagate. Okay. Here, because of this tuning fork, what we are going to study here is, that is your 11th standard study about the tuning fork. You will be given different types of tuning forks here, and then this you have to create a vibration and count the number of oscillations as well as how it is producing the rarefaction and the compressions. Rarefaction means the molecules which are rare, they are not closely packed, that is, these are called as rarefaction. And the molecules, because of my sound, molecules are under the pressure, so there they create a compression, create a dark band, because of they have come close to each other. Could see those molecules, because of the sound, they take the sound from one to another, they pass it, they don't move, the molecules are not moving, but what the molecules are doing, molecules are passing the sound from one place to another, and in that these molecules, they come close to each other as well as they go far from each other. So there they create a columns into the air, so where the column is not so dense, those molecules are not so dense, so they are called as rarefaction. That column of air is called as rarefaction. And where the molecules are dense, that column of air is called as compression, where actually the sound is. Okay, and this sound goes on passing, and then it enters our ears. So see how the sound is traveling, it is so quick. As soon as I speak, the same moment you hear, that process is so quick, no? So there is a good velocity of the sound has a great velocity to travel into that medium, but the sound requires medium, and to prove that, we are going to do some experiment, that there should be a medium for the sound to travel. If in between you and me, if you say there is no medium, but there is a medium, what medium? There is an air column. This air column helps my sound to pass, to propagate. Okay, so here you could see the tuning fork which is moving, and it is creating a sound. Vibration is created, and this vibration is passed into the air column, which is surrounding this tuning fork from both the side. Now here we could see only one side, but it is from both the sides. One more diagram will see. Okay.